Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our today's lecture is about the Krebs cycle or T.C.A. cycle. This cycle was firstly described by the Krebs in 1937. So we use the word is a cycle because a closed pathway of enzyme control reaction is a closed pathway of enzyme control reaction. So we say during the aerobic respiration, glucose combined with oxygen to give us carbon dioxide, water plus ATP. So right over here, this one is known as cellular respiration. So this process is not this much of simple. It comprises of glycolysis. We have discussed already glycolysis. So as a result of glycolysis, pyruvate is produced. Now this pyruvate is used up in link reaction. We have already discussed it, both the link reaction. So link reaction would give us acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA is a raw material for the Krebs cycle, right? So acetyl CoA is a raw material for the Krebs cycle so that the aerobic respiration should be completed. So we say as a result of link reaction, we will give us acetyl CoA. So this acetyl CoA would enter in the Krebs cycle to combine with oxaloacetate to form citrate, right? So we say acetyl CoA is combined with oxaloacetate to form citrate. Now, if we see it over here, acetyl CoA is a 2-carbon compound and oxaloacetate is a 4-carbon compound. So this acetyl CoA, which is 2-carbon compound, would combine the oxaloacetate, which is 4-carbon compound, to form 6-carbon compound, which is known as citrate. Citrate is a 6-carbon compound, which is formed by the combination of acetyl CoA, which is a 2-carbon compound, and oxaloacetate, which is a 4-carbon compound. Now, this citrate would be decarboxylated and dehydrogenated to give us NADH and FADH, or we can use the word reduced NAD or reduced FAD. So right over here, citrate is, which is a 6-carbon compound, is decarboxylated. So during the reaction of decarboxylation of citrate, carbon dioxide is produced, and this during the process also citrate is dehydrogenated. So dehydrogenation of citrate would give us two molecules. One of them is known as reduced NAD, other one is known as reduced FAD. We can use the word reduced NAD or we can use the word NADH2, or reduced FAD, we can use the word FADH2. So if we see it over here, now we have the 6-carbon compound, which citrate. The citrate was formed by the combination of 2-carbon and 4-carbon compound, which were oxaloacetate and acetyl CoA. So this citrate is decarboxylated. So decarboxylation process would give us FADH and NADH. Now we have oxaloacetate. So at the end of this reaction, at the end of this whole T.C.A. cycle, oxaloacetate is regenerated, right? So we say at the end of Krebs cycle, oxaloacetate is regenerated. So this regeneration is mandatory for the continuation of Krebs cycle. So again, this in the next cycle, oxaloacetate combined with acetyl CoA to again give us citrate. Like this way, Krebs cycle will keep on continuing. We say as a result, when you say the end product of Krebs cycle will give us reduced NADH, reduced FADH, and it also gives us one ATP molecule. So this ATP is produced on substrate level phosphorylation. We already discussed it. 2 ATPs were also produced in, like say, during the glycolysis process. So total ATPs were produced. 4 ATP they were produced by the substrate level phosphorylation. So again over here in T.C.A. cycle, 1 ATP is also produced by the substrate level phosphorylation. So we say one glucose molecule would give us 2 ATP molecule during the substrate level phosphorylation. Now we can say when we describe the overall reaction of Krebs cycle, so we say acetyl CoA. This acetyl CoA was produced during the link reaction. It was produced during the link reaction. Acetyl CoA would convert into acetate plus CoA. So acetate is taken up by the T.C.A. cycle or Krebs cycle, and this CoA is removed from that T.C.A. cycle, right? So we say acetate, which was known as acetyl CoA. Now acetyl CoA is removed, so left with acetate. Acetate combined with oxaloacetate. So acetate is a 2-carbon compound, oxaloacetate is a 4-carbon compound. So it would give us 6-carbon compound, which is known as citrate. We have already discussed this thing as well, right? Now, let's say this six carbon compound, which is citrate, is decarboxylated and dehydrogenated. In a first cycle, this six carbon compound, when it is decarboxylated and dehydrogenated, this citrate is a six carbon compound. Firstly, in the first reaction, it is decarboxylated and dehydrogenated, mean during the decarboxylation, one carbon molecule is removed in the form of carbon dioxide. Citrate, one carbon molecule is removed from the citrate in the form of carbon dioxide. Now this six carbon molecule would left with, let's say it would remain with five carbon molecule, right? So this five carbon molecule, so first was six carbon is reduced with one carbon and like say decarboxylated and dehydrogenated. So give us second molecule which is five carbon compound. So now this five carbon compound is also decarboxylated. So it means one carbon is again removed in the form of carbon dioxide. So five carbon is decarboxylated and dehydrogenated as well. So we say decarboxylation and dehydrogenation, they will take place simultaneously. So in the beginning we have studied that acetyl CoA is a like say raw material for T.C.A cycle. It combined with oxaloacetate, which was four carbon compounds, so given a citrate. Citrate is a six carbon compound. Now this six carbon compound citrate is decarboxylated and dehydrogenated. During the dehydrogenation and decarboxylation, five carbon compound is produced. Now this five carbon compound, from this five carbon compound, we will remove one more carbon in the form of carbon dioxide, and we also remove hydrogen in the form of NADH. So from carbon number, there is a six carbon compound and five carbon compound, one carbon dioxide is removed and hydrogen, two atoms of hydrogen are removed to give us NADH in each reaction. We say, so it was in the beginning it was six carbon, it is converted to five carbon, now five carbon is converted to the four carbon molecule. Now this four carbon molecule, we have first four carbon molecule. So this first four carbon molecule would convert into second four carbon molecule. First four carbon molecule would convert into second four carbon molecule. So so right over here for the during the conversion of first four carbon molecule to second four carbon molecule, a phosphate group is being added with the ADP to give us ATP. So right over here in the first reaction of four carbon molecule in T.C.A cycle, in the like say in the first reaction of four carbon molecule in T.C.A cycle, phosphorylation would take place to give us one ATP. So this ATP is produced over here again by the process of substrate level phosphorylation. Right? Now we say over here first four carbon compound convert into the second four carbon compound. Now this second four carbon compound would convert into third four carbon compound. Again, this second compound is four carbon, third is also four carbon, but right over here dehydrogenation will take place. So as a result of dehydrogenation of second four carbon compound to third four carbon compound, so dehydrogenation of second four carbon compound, it would convert the second to the third. So right over here hydrogen is released, so that hydrogen is taken up by FAD to give us reduced FAD or give us FADH2. Now we have, like say, this four carbon compound, firstly it would convert into again four carbon compound, give us one ATP. Four carbon compound would give, like say, another, it would undergo another reaction to give us FADH. Now this four carbon compound would again convert into oxaloacetate. So over here, third four carbon compound, when it converted to oxaloacetate, so also hydrogen is removed, so that hydrogen is taken up to give us NADH, or we say we give us reduced NAD or NADH2 molecule. We can use the word reduced NAD or NADH2 molecule. So this was the overall reaction of Krebs cycle. Now we can see over here. So during the Krebs cycle, two acetyl, let's say during the metabolism, one glucose molecule, two pyruvate molecule were produced. So these two pyruvate molecule will give us two acetyl CoA molecule, right? So each acetyl CoA molecule would give us how many? Two ATPs, because this process will be repeated. So over here, it would also give us how many NADH molecules. So NADH was firstly it was produced in the, like say in the first and second reaction and third reaction. Three NADH molecule would also produce. Now we can say during the process of T.C.A cycle, it would give us three reduced NAD molecule one reduce during each process, one reduce FAD molecule and also give us one ATP. Now we say during the two when the 2-acetyl CoA molecule would use up to give us 2 ATP, 2 FADH2, and like say we also give us during the 2 molecule will give us 6 NADH2 molecule. This was the end product of T.C.A cycle. So we can say during the end product T.C.A cycle, 6 NADH molecule are produced, 2 FADH2 molecule are produced, and 2 ATP molecule are produced, right? So over here, so whatever these NADH molecule and FADH molecule, they would be used up to form ATP, wherein the oxidative phosphorylation. So over there, the ATP produced from FADH and ADNDH in oxidative phosphorylation molecule, which is also known as oxidative phosphorylation reaction, which is also known as T.C.A cycle. Oxidative phosphorreaction is also known as T.C.A cycle. So over there, FADH and NADH would use up, we can say reduce FAD and reduce NAD would use up to give us ATP, but that ATP is known as oxidative phosphorylation. But over here, so in the step, right over here,